Alright gang, welcome to another map tour. Today, we are in Canada. Specifically, we are in Wymark. I might have said that wrong, don't yell at me too much, my Canadian friends, but I'm going to call it Wymark. That's where we are, the city of Wymark. So evidently this was built to be a replica of portion of the city of Wymark, a small city in Canada. So before we start, first of all, we're utilizing the John Deere 6120M. Very nice tractor. I love this tractor. Before we get started, though, let's go ahead and take a look at the map, as we try to do every time. Pretty small in regard to some other maps that we currently have. Looks like pretty big, flat, square-based fields. Not a whole lot of awkward shapes. Well, I guess for this, except for these two. These are some really weird, awkward shapes. I don't know why they're that way. We'll have to go down there and take a look at them. But we're going to go through the map. Typically, just how we did in the last episode, the very first one that I did that with commentary. The first two I did were no commentary because I was sick. The last one I did with commentary seemed that the commentary one was well received, more so than the one without the commentary. So I will try to do the commentary whenever I can, but there may be still a few every once in a while that are no commentary. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to check this new map out. It just came out on ModHub recently. I think it came out while I was gone on my little trip off grid, which some of you may be aware of, and if not, well, you know now. But it's pretty nice. It's really flat, very similar to the last map we did, the New American map. Very flat map, which is great for farming, but as far as, you know, complex or interesting things, there's not a whole lot. It's mostly just squared off, gridded fields, which is kind of what you typically would see in most of America, at least. Certainly there are situations where that's not the case, but when you have, you know, out in the middle of nowhere and it's just farmlands, it's typically like this. So looks like we're coming up to the end here. I'm going to turn around. Whenever I see one of these little turnaround sections here, or whatever you want to call them, entrances, I'm going to utilize that to turn around. But you can see these are very, very large fields. I mean, look at that field right there. That just gives for forever. Miles and miles and miles. But it seems like a very nice map. It seems like something that we, as in the channel itself, would like to do something on. I don't know if we'll ever get there because, you know, FS22 is looming here. So we don't have a whole lot of time really to do any more series. I'm probably going to try to attempt to get at least 2, if I'm lucky, 3 more series going before FS25 starts. I'd like to honestly end all of the series when FS25 comes out, or right around when they come out, rather. Now, I understand when FS25 comes out, there's going to be very little, probably, as far as, you know, maps to download off of ModHub besides the 3 we start with. But I think I've got some ideas going for those 3 maps. And if you haven't watched that teaser, go watch it. There's 3 maps. So we've got Asia, a new map in America, and a new map in Europe. So pretty excited about that. The first year expansion stuff looks like there's another map coming at the end of the year. I don't know if that was England or Scotland. It looked kind of like Scotland, but I'm not positive. So there's some of that as well. Actually, you know what? Let's flip a UE. Let's whip a bitch real quick here. Let's hang left here. I believe this to the left where we're going in right now is the starting area, I believe. Yeah, this is the starting area. Now, all the buildings and everything are not here. I just downloaded it directly. I sold everything that, you know, we're given to start with, but I didn't sell any of the buildings. So I don't know if this is just because it's a console-based version that there's no buildings here or what, but there are clearly no buildings here. But it is a massive, massive area to start. It is a large, large area. So a lot of room to work with here. A lot of things you could, you know, put down on your farm here. You could even, you know, turn some of this into a field if you really wanted to. So, bit of a ramp here. I don't know what that would have been for, but anyway, this is definitely the starting grid here. So, now if you haven't watched the previous one, the way I'm going to work this, the way I'm going to do this is I'll talk whenever I have opinions or thoughts, but the rest of the time I'll just kind of stay silent. We'll just drive through and check the map out. So let's hang a left up here. Let's go to the right over here. This looks like, I don't know what this is exactly. Let's put the map up. But you can see the map there on the left side where I said the starting area is. There's a bunch of what looks like, you know, indents of buildings on there, but they're not there for whatever reason. But the buildings are over here, so I have no idea, gang. But maybe there's some other things you have to download to get them to spawn. I don't know, but it didn't tell me I had to download anything. So, or I guess this perhaps could be your starting spot, because there's a house here, so maybe this is the starting spot. Regardless, we got to see both sides, so you make your decision, I guess, on where you want to start anyway, right? Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Clearly I'm feeling a little bit better. Sounding a little bit better too. Quite a lot of fertilizer tanks. Holy smokes. A lot of silos too. Goodness. 3 lime silo. Man. They're prepared for you to take over the entire map here on this one, huh? Alright, here's one of these awkward ones. Why is it so awkward? Let me go to, well, the best I can do for a bird's eye view, I should say. Let me go look at this really quick. So there's just a row of hedges in here. So why is there a row of hedges here? If anybody's been to Wymark, Canada, let me know if you know the reason why there's a row of hedges here. I feel like that's very unique, and it makes a very awkward shape. Anyway, let's keep on driving here. Let's go straight here. Come on, Byron. Go, buddy. Let's go straight here. Take a look down here. There's a big, massive grass area here right next to the, what I thought your starting area was, but I guess it could be over there. Yeah, anything you would do on this map, I feel like you would have to have some pretty large equipment. I don't think it's built for a smaller type of series where, you know, starting from zero kind of series. I feel like you would be struggling unless you started with obviously bigger equipment, which you can certainly do. Here's the end of that big massive field we saw. Holy smokes, man, that thing is huge. So right now we're basically just kind of looking at you know, the fields, really. We're on the side of the fields where these big massive fields are. We're going to kind of go to the middle here, and then we're going to take a look at this section over here where some of the, you know, productions are and buildings, and then we'll take a trip, as we did on some of the non-commentary videos on the railway as well. We always take a trip on the railway. That's always going to be at the end of any of my map tours. I just like giving a, you know, view from the rail. I think it's a different, interesting take on a map tour. So, in case you don't know, anytime there is a rail station with the ability to rent a rail, we will do that on my map tours. A bit of a trees here, not too big of trees, not really a whole lot of money in there, but there are some trees there. If you decide you want to do some minor lumber, woodworking stuff, some logging. Little stream there. I don't know what that's for. Just kind of a pull off there. I guess you could put a shed or something there, I guess, if you wanted to. But very, very flat. Very similar to the last map. Very, very similar. So when we get up here, I think we're going to hang a right, and we're going to go start from the south there. We'll start down here, find the shop, and then head up north till we get to the end. We'll cut over that way as well. And then we'll jump on the railroad tracks, like I said, and take a view that way. So straight ahead looks like our lumber yard. It's definitely what that is. I see the shop pulling up here to the left. Looks like a big, nice John Deere sign out front. Let's head down to the end real quick. We'll flip around and then we'll pull into the shop real quick. Take a look at that. I just kind of want to see how big these fields look. See, these fields are huge too. Truly massive. Massive, massive fields. Alright, let's flip a Yui. Or whip a bitch, as my friends in Minnesota would call it. Those of you may know, may not know. I don't know if I've mentioned before. I think I have, but many years ago, I went to college in Minnesota, and they'd always call, whenever you had to make a U-turn, they'd call it whip a bitch. I don't know why. That's what they'd call it. John Deere Agriculture. Nice. So if you happen to be in Minnesota and you've heard that term or that phrase, let me know down below. Because that's where it came from for me. There's a lot more trees over there. A lot more, you know, potential to do some logging over there. Which I guess makes sense right next to the sawmill here, right? Makes it easy for you to bring them over here and sell them. Chop them up. So we're going to come up here, and we're going to hang a right. We're going to follow this road back. I think it goes to a selling point of some sort. These fields are just truly massive. Grain silo for the railroad tracks. Yep. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now let me see if I can call the train while we're here. Might as well go ahead and do that. Get the train here. Am I able to call the train here? Where do you call the train at? Don't know where you call the train at, actually. I guess I'll have to figure that out myself. I don't know where the train... where the little trigger is for the train, but I'll figure it out. I'll find it. It might be right there, actually. You know what? Let's pull over there. Let's take a look. That's typically what it looks like. No. No, it's not. Wow, okay. Well, I don't know where it is then. It's not that one either. Weird. Alright, well, I'll have to find it. I don't know where the actual call is for the train, but I'll figure it out. I'll find it. I'll follow the tracks here once we're done with the ground tour here, the tractor tour, I should call it. But so far, I do like the map. It's a nice map. It's again, nothing special from what I can tell. It's mostly flat, and but it does have some nice features to it. Really big, really big fields. So if you're looking for, you know, a map to utilize some bigger equipment, this might be the one for you here. Larson's Loyal Livestock. Very nice. Got a little house over here to the right, and a barn back there. A couple sheds. Getting into the city here now. Let's hang a right here. Then we'll head back to the city here in a second. Go down this path. I don't know if it'll let me open up this gate or not without buying it or what. Let me see. It will let me open it. Let's pull in there really quick. Let's take a look at it. Yep, nice sheds. Nice barn there. Real nice barn. I like that a lot. I like that extension on there. Oh, this actually might be for animals. It is. For cows. It's a cow barn. Nice. Alright, we'll hang a right here. We'll go down there a little bit further till we get towards the end. Then we'll come back, and then we'll go up north there to those big silos and check those out. Lots of houses. Lots and lots of houses here to look at. Alright, I don't know what this is exactly. Could just be for show. I don't really know what, Let me see if there's anything for a trigger. Nope. So that one might just be for show. We got a bakery over here. There's a school over here. Some school buses. And kids screaming in there. Farmer's market up here on the left. Very nice. And right here. Massive, massive, massive silo. That's a humongous silo. Lots of silos, but that one specifically is ginormous. Big old grain silo. Looks like there's a BGA down there. Some other kind of production plant there as well. Not sure what that is. It's kind of been blocked out. It's just a white square. Don't know what kind of building or factory this is specifically. We can go on the map and take a look, though, here in just a second. Let's get up to where we are. The grain mill, as you would expect. Feeding grain south. The bakery is there. Railroad storage silo. The sawmill. Kind of what you expected, right? Gas station, which we missed. We'll go back and check that here in a second. And the biogas plant. So we'll head back here into the town real quick. We'll go down another one of the small house sections, and then we will hit the gas station, and then I will figure out, I'll go off camera for a second, figure out where the renting of the train trigger is. And we'll get into the train. I'm going to go down this way instead of going that way. I see a building down here I want to take a look at. Now, I think it might just be for show. But, yeah, it's, looks like an ice cream shop. It is an ice cream shop, but that's weird that it's just for show. Perhaps it's just because I'm on console and they won't, maybe on PC, maybe there is something here. Yeah, there's nothing there. But it's definitely an ice cream storage building of some sort. Look at these Byrons just standing around, checking me out. Waiting for me to do something wrong. Nice big water tower over here. Very nice. That's the other side right there. That's the other side of the animal dealer right there. Here's our gas station. Like the gas station. Jackie's Cafe attached to it. Robert's Garage. Roberto's Garage. Alright, so I'm going to pull up here at the water station here. I'm going to figure out where I can go to lease this train or rent the train. And we'll get into it. It happened to be just behind the silo there. That's all it was. Trains arrive in 14 kilometers. I'll wait here for the train, and when it gets back on, we'll get onto it and we'll get going. Alright, I got the train finally. I backed it all the way up kind of to the end of the map here, and that way we just get a full view that way. So we're going to get started here. This is that big massive tree section I said that would be good near the sawmill. So we're kind of on the backside of the sawmill in that tree lot there at this point. Really, really big field over here to the right. I mean, truly massive. Probably the biggest one on the map. Because it carries over here to where we saw before. And moves on. So, now this is not a very long train track here. So you really won't get to see the whole map from the train. But you will get to see this half, this portion, I guess. From a different view, different angle. Oh, there's a guy doing an auction for the animals in there. Did you hear that? That was pretty sweet. Yeah, Byron, you stop and wait for me this time, brother. If you don't know why I'm calling him Byron, there's a running joke with members and people that watch the channel, especially on the 200 horsepower challenge, but pretty much any series that I run. I always have an issue with the black car, and he's been named Byron from my friend Northern Farm Sim. So there's a number of them. We all have names for pretty much every colored car. They're all... The three big ones that always have his issues with us, though, are Byron, Walter, and Scarlet. Those are the three big ones. But we do have others as well. We've got... so Walter's the white car. Scarlet's the red car. Karen is the yellow car. Alfred's the blue car. So we've got other ones. There are still other ones we haven't named, but those are just the base colors that come in the game. That's the ones we named. So, in any case, hope you all enjoyed this map tour. If you did, the best and easiest way to help me out is to hit that like button. It truly helps the channel and this video get out to a wider audience. So I would appreciate that if you did. And hit the subscribe button if you're new. It's free. Helps me a ton. Thanks so much to our channel members. You guys are amazing. And until next time, I'll catch every single one of you in the next episode.